Boss. Yeah, we on Boss Talk 101. Yeah, we gon' talk, we gon' have fun. We be on fire, we be lit. It's a unique hustle, big shit. Big shit, big shit. It's a unique hustle, nigga, big shit. Big shit. Name another podcast like this. Who gon' bring it to the table? Boss Talk. Who your girlfriend favorite? Boss Talk. We gon' do it how you want it. Boss Talk. Yeah, everybody on it. Boss Talk. It's a unique hustle.
Check it, man. Hey, man, this is a unique hustle. It's your boy CEO, and I'm here with the lovely, amazing, official Mr. Maker. What's going on?
Nothing, Madeo, walk one.
Man, we got a special guest in the house today, y'all, and I ain't playing, man. Hey, man, when guys like this come around, I feel real important, nigga. Say, man, he here, man. And hey, he ain't got a lot of time to waste either. This a very busy man. Yes, my boy Solo Lucci is in the building.
Hey, man, I'm here to talk that boss talk.
Hey, what a bosses talk, man.
What is going on?
We can start now. We can start. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm saying? Say, man. So, yeah, man. Hey, been watching your career, man. Been watching you move. I watch you on TV. Most of these niggas you don't see them on TV like they see you, nigga.
You ain't seen none of these niggas on TV. Which one of these niggas you seen on TV?
You don't see these niggas on TV.
Jordan, when you seen one of these niggas on TV, tell me. I just say
this nigga be on TV. You know what I'm talking about? A lot of people be coming in here. They got a hell of a story, but they ain't on the TV. They ain't moving like this cat move. They ain't around the people this nigga around. Say, check it, man. Solo Lucci, man. What's going on? Talk to me, baby.
Everything.
So, how you feeling, man? 2022 about to be here.
Man, I'm feeling great. My new project, Little Nigga Big Lane.
I see. On the 24th.
Yeah, January 24th.
Yeah.
In memories of my little brother, Baby J. Rest in peace. Long live Baby J. His birthday is January 24th. He died last year on December 23rd, 2 days before Christmas, man. Wow. Long live him.
Wow.
And I'm going to make sure, you feel me, they remember my brother.
We're going to celebrate that.
That's for sure.
Man, what you got? I know you got something.
I want to know about Solo Lucci before he was Solo Lucci. The kid growing up, where, in Fort Worth?
Yeah.
Okay, tell me about that kid.
Solo Lucci growing up, man. Let me see. So I came up on the south side, on Maddox block of the south side. My mother was a single mother.
Wow.
I'm the only child.
Did you know your dad?
By my mother, yeah. I knew my dad. We started, we got close when I was about 3 or 4. My dad got like 4 other kids.
Okay.
And he got a nephew that he raised because my aunt died when we was young. So it's like 5 of them plus me.
So he played a good part in your life, or you just knew about him?
I mean, really, when I was young, it was just my mom. My mama, that was my best friend. That's my nigga. Like, my mom was mama and daddy. But when I turned like 13, 14, she couldn't, like, I was too much.
I already know.
So she was like, she dropped me off on this doorstep and was like, nigga, I don't care about child support or nothing. Take this nigga.
Wow.
She wiped away like 40, 50, no cap. My mom wiped away like 40, 50,000 in child support just so my daddy could take me. She was like, nigga, I'll sign off on all this shit.
And he took you?
Barely, but he took me.
Barely.
So how was that transition living? Cause you living with your mama. I'm sure you're getting away with certain things and whatever, and then not going to your daddy.
Baby, let me tell you something. My daddy was rich. My whole life growing up, my daddy was a millionaire. My mama was broke. We were poor as a motherfucker. Let me tell you something. My mama worked for CPS. She went to what's the Fort Worth College? What's the little college? TCC. She went to TCC, then she went to UTA, then she went to Texas Wesleyan and became a lawyer.
Wow.
Yeah, my mama was working like 2, 3 jobs. She worked for CPS. At the same time she worked for CPS, she worked for this place called the Butcher Shop on Mansfield Highway. Anybody from Fort Worth know about that shit. She worked at both of them. My mama was a grinder.
She a go-getter.
My mama was the type of person, she gonna make sure I had that shit on though.
Yeah.
Even if she wasn't there to see it, she might be at work all day, but I'ma have that shit on. I'ma have the new game system type shit like that.
You gonna have the right look. He gonna be on it.
So how was it adjusting to living with your daddy?
See, by the time I moved my daddy, I was already on that shit. Like my mama knew that. It's like she was like, okay, I done did it. My mama had done pulled a pistol on me and everything. She like, he at the point to where he's a nigga. Like he need a man like in his life. I was in programs, like I was in a program called Umoja. Unity in African. But it was like a father figure program.
Yeah.
where they had mentors and they just take us to like Mavericks games and like give us game about life and just a man in our life.
But you still acting out?
No, that it showed me.
Okay.
Cause I'm gonna tell you one thing about it. I was bad, but my partners, they was terrible. I was the smart kid. I made straight A's. You understand what I'm saying? Like if I made a B, my mama would beat my ass. You hear what I'm saying?
You wasn't trying to hear it. She wasn't trying to hear it.
But she knew what I could do.
Yeah.
It's like once I show you what I'm capable of, you do anything less, you playing with me, really.
Wow.
And
that's good parenting.
So
right?
when you told her you were going to go into the music industry, how did she feel about it?
Oh no, my whole family hated it. My mama wanted me to be a lawyer.
Yeah, I would think so.
She for sure wanted me to be a lawyer. So my mama was like big on school. Like I said, I made straight A's through school. Some of my partners that was like tough as fuck, I like used to help them. But in return, ain't now nigga gonna fuck with me, you understand what I'm saying? And I'ma do what I can to my extent. I ain't gonna play, I ain't no bitch now. But I got some partners that's some killers or some other shit that they not gonna fuck with, you feel me? And the fact that my heart was so good and, pure, it was another type of, extent of love I got.
Man, you wanted to, like I say, when I look at your brand and the way you move, ain't nobody really doing what you doing, bro. That's out of these areas, to be real with you. I see you, I hear the conversations, man, the industry dudes and the people that you rock with, the Chris Browns, the Young Thugs, and all the people that you always speak highly of, you know. How do you come from Fort Worth and then start to build those type of relationships, because you got to have some big cojones to say, you know what I'm saying, I'm finna go in here. But it's the same way like when you come in here, your energy right now, but it takes growth.
Correct.
You see what I'm saying? When you first hit the scene with them niggas, cause I'm a nigga that hit the scene.
That's a fact.
How did you like, I'm supposed to be in this damn room? You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna tell you, bro. One thing I learned as a young nigga, as a young man, if you don't think you the shit, nobody gonna think you the shit.
That's 100.
So like, since I was way younger, I carried myself like I was important. Because I felt like I was important. Because when I was 16, brother, I was inducted in a BMF at the age of 16. I met Big Meech, I met Slim, I met Baby, I met Jeezy, I met T.I., all these people, I was around them at the age of 16, 17. So I started being around them so much that they inducted me into their life.
But how did you get to be around them? Because of your dad?
No, see, that shit was strictly like, it was a fluke. It's crazy, I'm gonna tell you though.
How the hell did you get in the circle?
I hate to say it because I don't want to lead no young kids the wrong way.
Bro,
But I gotta keep it real.
Yeah.
Keep it real.
It was gang banging, cuz.
Okay.
So, if anybody from Texas, they more than likely heard of a company called Boomtown.
Okay.
Boomtown used to shoot videos. He shoot movies.
I know Boomtown. I know.
He from Port Arthur, but he was known from Houston.
Mm-hmm.
He was a part of Shoe Shine Boys, which was Bun B and Pimp C them before they blew up.
That's right.
A lot of stuff like that. So my uncle Darrell ended up marrying his cousin. So I married into his family, into Boomtown's family. And my uncle was like, he's really my cousin, but when you got an older cousin, nigga so old, you call nigga your uncle.
Mm-hmm.
So this who he is. And he basically like, yeah, my wife, cousin do this music shit and he do videos, and he introduced me to Boom. And he came to a family reunion one year and I was like, I'm finna rap for this nigga. Like, I done looked him up, I know who he is, and I rap for him. And his brother was like, you ever heard this little nigga? And they grabbed me and he just snatched me up. I never went home after that. Boom was like, fuck that, you living with me.
Damn.
I moved in with him and he taught me how to record myself. But at the time, the nigga didn't really have no paper. That nigga didn't have no paper, he just had the little name. He was trying to play professional football, he didn't, and he did his video shit. So he was holding the big camera, we a team. I'm holding the little camera, nigga.
Already.
You feel me? People think Boomtown this and that, but he doing this, I'm working with him, I'm on your team.
Mm-hmm.
And we was filming Steve Jackson. He played for the Pacers, Steve Jackson, NBA player. We filming them in Houston, and all these niggas is in the camera, they throwing up blood, big blood, woo. I'm a Crip. I'm a real Crip. As I'm recording it, I just can't take it no more. I pull the camera down, I walk out, cuz I'm not shooting this shit no more. Steven Jackson followed me outside and he like, what's wrong with him, Boom? What's wrong with your man? And he said, man, he tripping. Steve Jackson talked to me, he said, what's up? I said, man, I'm a Crip. Y'all niggas disrespect. I'm from Fort Worth, Texas, nigga, I'm a Crip. And he was like, look, don't grab the camera no more. You don't get behind the camera, you get in front of the camera, you represent your shit.
Wow.
And he let me rep my shit. He asked me, did I rap? I said, hell yeah. He let me rap in the camera against his artist, Jabali. I never forget it. I rapped, and he said, you too hard. You want to perform tonight? Open up for Bun B. My first show of my life, I opened up for Bun B in Beaumont, Texas.
Whoa, that's heavy. That's heavy, man.
Shout out Steve
How
Jackson.
did you feel?
Jack. I ain't gonna lie, I always been so eager. Like, I wasn't never scared. I wasn't never nervous. I was more eager because I never really rapped for nobody, and they didn't say, you hard. So it's like I knew it. I just wanted to do it for more people.
You did this for UGK?
No, so this the time Pimp C was locked up. So
He was on Terrell unit.
it was about 10 cars following us. Everybody had free Pimp C shirts on. All the niggas was Bloods. So in the process of this, it was one nigga following Steve Jackson the whole time in all black. Everywhere Steve Jackson went, he followed him like a shadow. When I got on stage, before I got on stage, Steve Jackson, all them niggas had red rags. Steve Jackson told me to get a blue rag. He said, I know how you feel deep about your shit. Go get your rags. I got 2 rags. I put one around my left wrist and I put one around my mic. When I was finna perform, a nigga stopped me from the backstage. He said, hey, come here. It's the same black ass nigga that was following Steve Jackson. And he said, cause I like how you rip your shit, cause I fuck with you. He didn't say nothing all night on my kids. He never said nothing all night until right then. Come to find out this nigga was Big Meat, one of his right-hand mans. You know what I'm saying?
Man, that's
and
the way it happened.
his name Neil, and that's my brother. And just so happened, after that day, he was Tip head of security, Jeezy head of security, Jock head of security, all them niggas. So when he came back and I was telling my niggas in Fort Worth, I know Meech them. They were like, nigga, you don't know them niggas rich. And I called my nigga, and when I answered, he said, Super Crip. Super Crip. And that nigga was like, oh, and he fucked with me. And every time they came, he invited me. Until Meech them saw me so much, all them niggas inducted me and my brother into the shit.
It's something about being real, man. You know, God, man, and God made that happen too. You know, cause you went in all your whole thing evolved from there, right?
That's a fact.
So you know, and look where you at now today. But as far as the UGK thing, I'm about to put this thing out for Pimp C. Just RIP to Pimp C. And I want to just, you know, as far as the UGK movement, did you listen to their music?
I definitely did. Hell yeah.
Okay, so how did you feel about Pimp C himself?
I feel like Pimp C is a GOAT. I feel like
and the reason I say that because his birthday, this gonna come out. I'm gonna add this into that clip.
But did you ever get a chance to meet him when he came out?
I did get to meet him when he came out, but I know his mama. I know his brother Riley. I met his mama. If anybody know Pimp C, they know his mama was a big part of him and his career and his life. So like Bonetown is from Port Arthur.
That's right.
So if anybody know Pimp C, not from Houston, he's from Port Arthur. Port Arthur is where his whole family, my boy Bobby, Jabali, Boom, all of their whole family, the Johnsons, all of them, I know them. So like even when Pimp C was locked up, I got to meet these people, I got to love these people, I got to know these people, you understand what I'm saying? So like I really fuck with them. Like Pimp C wrote a letter to me when he was in jail and I didn't even know him.
Wow.
That's heavy.
What did he say?
He said he wanted to box Bun B on one of the letters. No, real talk. He was like, tell they put on the gloves. He was spinning away. I don't remember the reason. You got to ask Bonetown about that, but that's a fact.
Wow. I mean, that's just dope, man. Like I said, man, his birthday and everything. So, you know, we dropping a whole segment. I got so many people that called in, and I just wanted to ask you about that. That's all, for sure. Because like I said, man gone, but he did pave the way for a lot of Texas cats, you know?
That's a fact.
I want to know something. I saw one of your songs, Cash Money Remix, and you had Beat a Man on there.
Oh, man.
How did that come about?
Man, it's so crazy. Like a lot of stuff in my life, it really happened off my energy. I really realized the power of my energy and the power of my tongue. You know what I'm saying? And so when I speak shit, it used to be like a month or two to come into existence. Then it was like a week or so. Now it's like hours. Shorter than days, no bullshit.
That's it.
Like it really happened, and I'm in tune with that shit. So I did that song, and when I heard it, shout out Tasha Couture, that's the producer. She's a female. She produced it. But I was doing that Jagazal, Jagazal. So when I did the remix, after I did the song, I was posted on my page. I did the video, and I went to New Orleans. I shot the video in New Orleans. Juvie came to the video. Shout out to Musa. Musa used to be my manager. He managed Currency, but he's like a plug in New Orleans. He from New Orleans.
Okay.
So I shot part of it in the Know Your projects. I shot part of it in the Calio projects. If anybody know about New Orleans, they hate each other. It ain't no, you really can't
rivals.
fuck with both. And then they did a second line in my video. Dang. A second line is the big celebration of the dead when people die. But they parade about 2-3 miles, and you get drunk the whole parade and you turn up. So I did a second line in my video. But when I played it for Manny Fresh and Juvie, bro, they reaction just did it for me. Wow. Cause it's like, wow, like I really did this in remembrance of y'all. And when they heard it, Juvie's like, you did us right. He said a lot of these niggas be fucking up shit, like you did us right. I said, bro, can you please get on a remix? He was like, hell yeah. And Musa put it together. And then I asked Manny, he was like, hell yeah. And then I already had a relationship with Turk when he got out because I was just a fan of the Hotboys. He was like, hell yeah. And Wayne was in a bad deal with the Carter shit. And I told Gazi, I was with Empire, I was like, Gazi, he finna get out. We need to get Wayne on this bitch right now. He was like, do you know he gonna, I said, bro, get him on it. As soon as we didn't, he got out the contract and released the new Carter. And I was like, damn. Man. But it's cool. But Beanie Man, just for the simple fact that I did that Jagazal, I like to pay homage. Like these young kids, when they heard me saying that, they thought it was me. They're like, why you said that?
Because they don't know that song, right?
Yeah.
They don't
me,
know.
I don't want to take nobody credit. I'm the type of person, like I want to show homage, bro. So I want to get the originators of the reason that I did this song. I want y'all on the song because this is my way of paying homage.
And I love that because a lot of artists, a lot of time, especially being Jamaican, when I hear certain things or certain rhythms from, you know, a song that I know, I'm like, man, they stole that.
Yeah, exactly.
They stole that.
But I love the fact that he went and got him and get paid.
He was so like eager with, like he sent this shit back faster than any of them niggas.
Damn.
Benny was like, yeah, he was with it. And he said my name in that motherfucker.
Yeah, he did. I like the way how he did it.
Yeah, I fuck with Benny. Benny really killed.
But did you get to meet him in person?
Benny really killed out. Benny really killed you niggas.
That nigga energy, right?
Juvenile still got it though. Don't play with him. That boy Juvenile was sliding on that motherfucker. Just like he never left.
Like he never left.
Yep.
So when you think about the South, them guys are pinnacles, man. Even Birdman, just the whole layout, man. So how big of an influence were they on your career before you got to meet them?
They were a huge influence. But you know I'm from Texas, bro.
For sure.
So I was like a Swisher House nigga.
You SUC and all that?
I was really a chameleon head. Like
that's your favorite guy.
To me, that was like Lil Wayne before Lil Wayne.
That nigga
Chameleon has so many fucking bars. Like I'm a thinker. So I need a nigga that make me think. I can't just be I can jam, but nigga, if you not saying nothing worth listening to, I don't want to hear that shit. Chameleon was a GOAT. He was like Wayne before Wayne. I'm going to be honest with you. Before Lil Wayne was saying them bars to make you think about every little intricate detail, Chameleon was that guy. And he didn't cuss when he did it.
That's right. Did you see him when he came on Versus?
I did.
You didn't see it?
I ain't going to lie.
He ain't rapped it forever.
The Chameleon that became after he became like global was a completely different comedian. Mixtape Chameleon was a GOAT. Album Chameleon was not the same person. And it's like I'm mad because it's like the world, it's like because I'm so detailed and so into music. If I speak on something, I want somebody to take it seriously. But if they didn't hear the Chameleon I heard, it's hard to explain how hard he was, bro.
Is this the one with Power Wow, Big Swingers and both?
This before that. This is
when he was by himself.
This is Waterboys.
So you saying when he was walking around Dallas and hanging out in the malls?
Him 50-50 little twin.
Yeah.
Power Wow. I'm talking about the whole, right, what's his brother name?
O and all them boys.
What's his brother name? What?
That boy say
What's
50-50
Chameleon
twins,
brother?
man.
What's Chameleon brother name, man? Ron something.
I never did know his brother because
His
he
brother was hard too.
too.
All them niggas was hard.
I know the 50-50 twins went in, man. Them boy was serious.
Oh my God.
You gonna have him looking him up.
He looking up.
I got to.
Yeah.
What's Chameleon brother name? Cause that nigga hard too.
Chameleon, man, we done been in VIPs and everywhere together talking about business, man. My wife kind of, she,
Razak.
Razak.
Nigga, what? You crazy? What?
That was your guy.
Man, Chameleon, my guy. Anything he fuck with, I fuck with.
Ooh, that was a real fan.
I didn't know Paul Wall was a white boy about 3 years deep.
Me neither, because he sounded like that's a
sounded
brother.
black,
That
yeah.
nigga
That
was
nigga,
saucy.
that nigga could go in too. He fit right in on them songs,
That's
bro.
a fact. That was great together.
So what about and that brings up another deal. Like remember they had the two. They had the and I always talk about this. They had the CD and then they had the screw CD. You could buy two at a time. Them niggas had it going. They were double dipping when they were
great
selling.
tapes.
Yeah, they were kicking it.
Yeah.
And then they just fell on back from it because they started doing what everybody else was doing. And I heard they got in trouble for some time doing it that way. But man, that was a good era, bro.
Yeah, no cap. That's back when Texas used to be one of the only places you could really go platinum after Trump. Like you didn't have to be
That's right.
major, none of that shit. You could sell that shit right after Trump and you can make the same money that these rappers making going platinum.
Okay, go ahead.
I got a question. So I was looking at your YouTube, and I noticed that the last time I saw a video was like 2 years ago on YouTube. But I noticed you've been doing a lot of gaming videos. What's up with that?
Well, one thing about me, I'm smart. So what's paying me is what I entertain. You know what I'm saying? So Solo Lucci, the rapper, has never stopped being an artist. But at the same time, I was in some bad record deals at one point to where I had to find other ways to become relevant. And that simply became I started getting paid on my personality, just being myself. So like, for instance, my manager, Walk Like Jordan, self-made. One thing we did, we started a tour. And a lot of people think it's like a rap tour. But what we doing is actually called a pop-up tour. And that's something that he invented and he created. And it's basically just a tour of me popping out, bringing my influence and my energy to wherever we at, whether it's a hosting, whether it's a show, whether it's at your clothing store, whether it's at your podcast, it's me popping out. And when I pop out, I bring my energy, my influence, my character. And it's like, if you an entertainer, then you should have that about yourself.
That's right.
And it really kind of showed me another way to approach shit other than just one-dimensional. Because even though I got so many aspects of me, I never looked at it like that. So when you look at my page, even a lot of people that love my music, they're like, damn, bro, I don't really see no rap on your shit like that. Because rap ain't what be getting me paid. My personality has and my demeanor. So that's why if you look at my page, that's what I'm going to promote. Because I got kids. I got a family. It's what feed us. You understand what I'm saying?
So I want to ask you, like you being in Texas, and you said something earlier, but Jay Prince and them, they in Houston, and you got 1501, which is Carl Crawford. But in Dallas, man,
where that nigga at, Carl Crawford?
He in Houston.
Tell that nigga come give me some money, man.
I know it, but I'm
you sign all these motherfucking artists and can't none of them fuck with me. I ain't gonna even say can't none of them fuck. They hard. Right, but listen, don't get me wrong, they hard. Fuck with your nigga.
But I'm talking about far as in this lane we're in, there's an opportunity. There is no real some labels that just stand up and just say we got the city.
That's a fact.
So how can we get there? What do you think?
So
and I know you're smart. That's why I asked you that.
I got my own label. You understand what I'm saying? So when I do business with people, other people in power, it's obviously a compromise. First of all. Second of all, it's a cross-branding marketing game.
Okay. You
know what I'm saying? I'm gonna make you just as important as you gonna make me. You understand what I'm saying? And it's like a lot of these artists don't got loyalty. And
I agree with that.
Other than loyalty, they don't have experience with winning. So it's like you gotta understand this. If I never had no success, and then I get an abundance of success, the people that are around me when I had this abundance of success might not be the same people that was around me when I didn't have no success. So it might look like I came up with these people. And if you don't treat, one thing about being popular or famous, bro, I can meet somebody for 10 minutes, bro. And if I meet them 5 years later, they're going to feel like I should know them.
Get it. I get it.
They're going to be like, Solo Lucci, you don't remember? Like, right now.
Money Moses.
Money Moses, right?
That's right.
I walked in this building for you. I met Money Moses, he with you, and I'm going to fuck with him because he with you.
For sure.
Regardless. But at the end of the day, me and Money Moses ain't said 10 words to each other. So if I leave out here today, and 4 months down the line, I'm out somewhere, I'm at a show, Jordan done booked me for a show out here, we outside. And he see me, and he try to talk to me, and I act like I don't know him. Do you know how many people I done met in 4 months, bro?
No, real talk.
For somebody that was around for 30 minutes and didn't really say 10
real.
words to him. But those same people got feelings.
Yeah, for sure.
And so they like, oh, nigga, just because I was on Love Is My Boy, Hollywood.
Yeah.
Now I'm at the Hollywood.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm being Hollywood. But, bro, I'm from the same place you from, my nigga. You feel what I'm saying? And it's like people don't really give you the opportunity to be a human no more. They expect a celebrity, they think we superheroes.
No, they want you for your fame and celebrity anyway.
They think you superhero. That's a fact.
And here we go. I know you get the R. Kelly question a lot. How did you know R. Kelly? How did that whole thing come about?
That's my nigga, man. I know R. Kelly through Devon Stevens, which was his manager. So Devon Stevens managed me, R. Kelly, Akon, and Lady Gaga. Okay. All at the same time. We was his 4 artists. I was doing some writing for R. Kelly. I was doing a lot of writing for Akon. And he basically just threw me in the mix with them. He was already managing them. Okay. And he was like, man, this kid is great. Y'all need to fuck with him. And me and Kelly met. We stayed in Devon moved me into the house, which was actually the same house out there that they was talking about that shit. You feel me? Yeah. But the house so huge, bro. It had an indoor basketball court. It had the east wing, west wing. I was on one wing. He was on one wing. R. Kelly a real private person. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, the type of shit, like, to get to his side of the house is double doors and a security guard at that bitch. No cap. He came to my side at night when it's time to hoop, or when he just wanted to hear my music or show me a song he wrote for me. Like, he wrote me songs, I wrote him songs. Like, I got a whole album with R. Kelly, bro. Whoa. No bullshit.
That's dope.
Yeah.
And so Boosie made a statement. He was like, R. Kelly, niggas need to really just, get off R. Kelly. He just like them young hoes. Or some young bitches is what he said.
Boosie my nigga, man.
Mine too.
I ain't gonna lie to you.
That was on Glad.
But I'm gonna be real with you, bro. I just gotta keep it all the way 1,000. Bro, I was around that shit, bro. Man, listen, everything that around that motherfucker, one thing for sure I can't say, man, everything I seen was voluntary.
Okay.
Wasn't no, you feel me? I got a mama, bro. I got sisters, bro. You understand what I'm saying? And I'm from Fort Worth, Texas, bro. I don't give a fuck who you is, my nigga. Like, you feel me? We stand up for our women, especially our black women. You understand what I'm saying? And more than that, like, my mama used to get beat on and shit. Like, I'm a young black boy with a single mama. You know what I'm saying? Like, I stand up for shit like that. It was no shit like the shit they be saying going on. Yeah. I can for sure say that.
The news gonna always make it work.
You dig what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So but I done also worked though, so I know how both ends go. You know what I'm saying? All I'm saying is everything that happened was 1,000,000% voluntary, and it wasn't nothing forced. Period, bro.
Okay. So, and you said, shout out Boosie. Have you and Boosie ever linked up?
Boosie, my nigga. What? Hey, y'all gonna make sure right now you go, after this interview, watch this motherfucker. After you get through, watch Rap Life, Solo Lucci featuring Boosie. Me and Boosie got a video out, Rap Life. That's my nigga. Man. Like, that's one of my close friends.
That's dope, man.
I be at his house. That's my nigga.
How did you meet him?
How did you meet him?
I met Boosie. I was in LA at the studio, and I was in the studio with who I was working with. I forget who I was working with, but long story short, Wack 100 was there, the blood nigga.
Oh yeah,
Wack 100. I know Wack. See, I fuck with Wack because I used to live in LA, but I made a lot of money in LA, millions of dollars, spent millions in LA, And when I was in LA, one time I was leaving the awards or something, and Wack we always had a cordial relationship. But this today it kind of took a change. He was in his car. He had like a Rolls Royce or something. He had his family in there, his kids and his wife. And he had the top down, and his kids, his wife, one of them noticed me, and they was like, hey, boo-boo. And he was like, I guess he told him he knew me, and he called me over there. And I'm a Crip. He know me from Big U and some more other people, but like I don't really gotta just, and you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, it's always with nothing but love between me and Wack. Like Wack always, whenever he seen me, it didn't matter Cripple blood or what. He was just being a real nigga.
Yeah.
So shit, he was like, I think his wife or his kids, somebody knew me and they wanted to meet me. And I pulled right up on him and fucked with him. And it's like he appreciated that. You know what I'm saying? And he appreciated that. So when we got in the studio one time with Boosie, it even got to this point. One of his blood partners was like, man, y'all got this nigga in the studio, woot, 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 woot. And Wack came in there like, bitch ass nigga, if I said he in there, he in there. He with me. That's on my mom, that's a fact. I gotta give him that. He checked his own little set, cause I'm a Crip. He checked his own set about me. It was like, nigga, if I said he in there, nigga. And that's kind of how I ended up getting a song with Boosie.
Wow.
No
So,
cap.
but he would he.
I was really in there with Zoe Dollars. I was doing some shit with Zoe Dollars.
Okay, but Blueface is one is he managed Blueface, right? So
this was way before that.
But I'm just saying, you know, so he got to kind of, you know.
But I never knew. This, like I said, this was way before that. You didn't know Wack for fucking with no Chris. When I'm talking, this shit I'm talking about, this is way before. Nobody knew about Blueface or none of that shit. This when he was out there knocking niggas out about the game and like, you feel me, the white boy that he knocked down, all that old other type of shit. Yeah, this was them times.
So do you feel like when you look at the things that you've accomplished, man, for us on the hip hop scene, for the love, is it Love and Hip Hop Hollywood?
Yes, sir.
Alexis Skyy.
Yeah,
you done dealt with a lot of stuff. Man.
How did you end up on that show?
Yeah.
Cause of Alexis. Yeah, cause of Alexis.
You basically, how did you meet Alexis?
Man, I've been knowing Alexis for years, like way before.
How did you meet her?
She was a stripper.
She was a stripper.
So I got my baby mama danced in the same club she danced in.
Okay.
So I've been knowing both of them for years. You know what I'm saying?
Wait, in Texas?
In Atlanta. It was a strip club called Follies.
Follies.
Alexis used to work there, and I used to tell people, I'm gonna get that bitch, And then I got her, you know what I'm saying? But my baby mama worked in the same strip club.
Okay, was this before? This was before she got with what's that boy name? What's that
she
boy name?
She wasn't with nobody when I knew her.
Yeah, oh, she was just. Yeah.
She was trapping.
Okay.
And I had been to her, and then a couple years later, a person that used to be my assistant ended up being her manager.
Okay.
We was in the studio together, and she said she wanted to do music. So that same person was like, "You need to fuck with Lucci," because they knew I was writing records for a lot of big artists. Like a lot of people don't know a lot of the shit I was writing for people, but the people that's interior knew. So they told her. And she was like, well, I need to fuck with him. I know Lucci, that's my boy. Woot, 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 woot. And then she told me one day she was finna go on Love and Hip Hop. And she's like, you wanna go on Love and Hip Hop with me? And I watched it and I seen like producer niggas on there. I was like, bitch, I ain't no producer nigga. You gonna give me some pussy if I'm going on, I don't play that shit. That's a fact. Anybody in the world that has it right now, they gonna tell you. I told her, you gotta give me some pussy, you wanna get on it? She was like, well, just let's see what it's gonna be. And what I like, fuck all that. I ain't gonna go on there looking lame. And we end up, you know, I had been knowing her for years, but I used to fuck with her roommate. So anyway, we started fucking around and it just became what it became.
Wow.
And she got into it one day with a dude on the show. And when she left the house, I put her location on. Like, I'm finna make sure my girl lied. She was crying, she was nervous, she was scared. And the next day I went to the set and one of the producers seen me there and they were just like, hold up. Whatever you finna do, like, don't do it. Like, I know who you are. Let's just talk. Give me your number. And that's how I got on the show.
Wow. So how was it? How is that? And I know I don't want to go too in detail on it, but far as helping the career, or how does it make you look as in a career? You know, what's up with that move? Because a lot of times when people be there, it make you look a certain way far as your brand. So let's talk about that a little bit.
I mean, I really wasn't, as far as the brand part, I never really thought about it as much because.
But you see where I'm going though, right?
Yeah, exactly. But I'm always so personable. You know, I'm a people person, bro. So like, even in them situations, I'm gonna be myself. You know what I'm saying? But one thing that I can say 1,000%, I never realized like how much of a beast TV was.
Okay.
So like that was after I had the song with Chris Brown. That shit went crazy. My own song went crazy, but like the power of television, bro. Like the fan base from television, it went from like with my song with Chris Brown, it went from like the cousin and the daughter knowing me. Then I did TV and it was like the cousin, the daughter, the mama, the auntie, and the granny know me.
Everybody.
And it's like that TV is a different type of monster. And I wasn't expecting the type of monster it was, because at the end of the day, music is my passion. Music is my love. Anybody that know me know I'm amazing at music, bro. And that TV was a circumstance, but I'm also an entertainer by heart. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So if I knew the power of that before I started, not saying I wouldn't have done it, but I may have would have handled things a little bit different.
Like, which one was better, TV or rapping?
Better for what, bro?
Like
for money?
A career.
Career, yeah.
I made way more money off TV than I done made on music.
Wow.
So do you like being on TV more than you do rapping?
I don't like nothing more than I like rapping but pussy. Facts.
How much of the show was fabricated?
It wasn't fabricated. One thing about it, I ain't gonna lie, but it's like it wasn't fabricated. It was staged. I ain't gonna say staged. I'm gonna say to the point to where, okay, prime example. Boss Talk.
101.
You outside and you only had 2 girlfriends in your whole life, 2 women. Mm-hmm. This one woman and then your wife, right? So they're gonna tell you, hey, you gonna take your wife on a 5-star date. Yeah, they're gonna pay for it. Oh, you eating good steaks,
I'm going.
all that. Get what? Boom. While you there, they might done talk to the other woman you been in a relationship, the only 2 women, you feel me? Now she see you succeeding. She might want to plead her love to you. But guess what? Your wife there.
So they gonna send her in.
I mean, hey, it's reality.
It is reality.
That's your reality.
Yeah. I felt it was like that.
You feel what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And then at that point,
they bring up the bullshit.
It's up to your character. They bring up your life, nigga. And it's up to your character. That's why I really see at first I used to be like, man, they fucked up this and that, but it's your life. See, one thing Ray J told me, this the one thing that made me do the show. And after I done it, it's the one thing that made me understand the show.
I like it.
He told me, bro, you gonna go through this shit anyway. You might as well get paid for your problems.
That's the realest shit somebody could say.
When he told me that, everything made sense. Cause normal fuck the old, so the other my business gonna get mad. They gonna get. I might well get paid for them being mad, and then if they want to get mad, bitch, they might well get paid for being mad. Come on and get mad on TV, bitch. You gonna get paid for it,
man. I seen Safari. How was you and him on the set and just dealing with him?
Safari. Ray J had to make me like Safari. That nigga.
Let's talk about it.
That bull ass shit. I really was gonna slap, cuz. But that's only because A1 is my bro.
Okay.
Ray J is my bro. And when that old hoe, he sent the nigga wife a dick pic. Bro, we got too many hoes. We are celebrities,
yeah,
bro.
That's right.
You had Nicki Minaj, my nigga. You sent a dick pic to this bitch? Please, nigga, give it up. And then my partner, so now, and one thing, nigga got A1 fucked up because he got his fingers painted. Man, that man gonna hit. I promise you. I know that man from Chris Brown, I done seen this man out in action. He gonna whoop something. So I just felt like he punched like you, bitch. That bitch Jordan punched too. All like Jordan gonna punch something.
He gonna do something.
But like, nah, he gonna punch something down. My mama. But like A1 was my friend. He had became my friend throughout this time. So when I seen that happen and my friend heart was really hurting, it's like it got bigger than TV. I was like, man, it was hard to like the other guy. And then Ray J was the one right there trying to tell me, like, come on, bro, like, because he fuck with Safari tough. And I didn't want to ruin my relationship with Ray J, but at the same time, I stand on morals and certain shit. So I don't know what what was real and fake at that point. So fuck all the bullshit. You dig what I'm saying? That's what I was on.
Real Texas, man. I like it, man. It's funny, man, cause those doors open, man, and like I said, I ain't seen nobody from these areas. Do what you doing, man. Yeah. So congratulations on your success, man. Like I said, when my son, he the first one reached out to you, I was like, man, you gonna get him? That's my son back there. Yeah. He like, I'm gonna get it. Oh, I'm gonna get it. I said, okay, well, and he don't never say nothing. So when he brought it to me, he was the first one contacting.
He would hit me on Instagram. Yeah. And shit, I remember. He was like, man, my dad, and I ain't gonna lie.
Respectful.
That's
man.
The only reason that made me want to do this shit in the first place, because one thing about it, bro, I'm big on that type of shit.
Yeah.
Like if I done been in a store and somebody, mom, man, my son rap.
Yeah.
And can you just listen to
Yeah.
I mean, in a million years, I probably wouldn't listen to that shit. But just the fact that your mama came
up for you like
just the fact that your son was the one,
yeah, I
was gonna give it a shot because I wish that's something my son would do.
Man.
Or that's something I know I do for my daddy, or I know my daddy will do for me. So it was relatable.
Well, that's him. He ain't faking. I mean, he'll call me just to ride with me sometime.
Nah, that love.
He been with me hustling ever since he was a kid, so he know I'm gonna go get it.
That's hard.
But so he can't. But he been liking this boss talk thing, so this works right here. You know what I'm saying?
That's hard. That's hard.
So working with Chris Brown, man, like to his work level, like a lot of people. I got this thing I've been doing on my polls. I said, who in a versus battle wins? Chris Brown or Usher?
Chris Brown.
It's been a
nobody.
It's
no R&B
it's about
singer in the
43
world other than R. Kelly can fuck with Chris Brown. I'm gonna tell you.
Wow.
R. Kelly is the only motherfucking singer that can fuck with Chris Brown. I ain't just talking about singer wise. I mean hits wise. I mean catalog wise. Because what a lot of people don't know, R. Kelly wrote for Michael Jackson. R. Kelly wrote for Whitney Houston. All they biggest shit though, not the little shit. I'm talking about they biggest songs. Like Michael Jackson, we are the world.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I'm talking about Whitney Houston, the biggest shit.
Yeah.
He wrote
That's
that
R.
shit.
Kelly.
But like other than him, like Chris Brown definitely is our age Michael Jackson. Like,
so when Trick Daddy said that Chris Brown was better than Michael Jackson, did you feel that?
I didn't hear him say that, but I feel
He did
him.
say that.
But I feel him.
And LD 300 said
and you
that
know
too
why
on this show.
Said
that he was better than Michael Jackson.
And look, you know what? Look,
I'm just telling you what they were saying. It's crazy.
My name is Mike. Listen.
No, he said he was. I know LD said he was for sure.
My government name is Michael.
Okay.
My mama named me after Michael Jackson because she was one of the women throwing their drawers up on things. I love my mama. Much respect and love my mama. Hey, but I'm going to tell you something, bro. Chris Brown will fuck Michael Jackson up.
Which Michael Jackson? See, you have to ask. You hear what I just said? Which Michael Jackson? It's a lot of stages.
Look, the only reason, and telling why Michael Jackson epic, Chris Brown epic, but I'm going to tell you, personality-wise, I just fuck with this nigga.
Yeah.
Like he I feel like if I sit there and talk with Michael Jackson after about 5 minutes, I'd be like, bro, what the fuck is you talking about, bro? I ain't hearing that bullshit. But you can sing though, nigga. But I'm talking to Chris in the whole conversation. I'm like, bro, nah, for real. Nah, for real, I feel you. And he ain't no hoe. Like,
I'm getting this a lot.
I done lived with this nigga for 5 months. I'ma tell you, bro, this nigga Chris Brown is like us.
That's what Low Diesel just told me this tonight. Me and Low Diesel were talking. Low Diesel like that nigga.
Nah, Chris Brown is a real nigga, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you, he a real nigga. And
shout out Chris Brown.
Nah, for real. And he can sing it dance like Mike. And I'ma just tell you, bro, at the end of the day, we gotta accept and we gotta inaugurate our generation.
I get it.
Or else it's never gonna be a next generation. If we keep inaugurating Michael Jackson, bitch, who gonna be next?
I like it.
Chris Brown is this generation. Michael Jackson was his. That's like, you got Jordan, you can't compare him to LeBron. They got their own generation.
I like that shit all the time.
You feel what I'm saying?
They're in two different eras.
Chris Brown is definitely this age. Just like they be like, who could compare to Michael Jordan? And they gonna name LeBron. Who could compare to Michael Jackson? And you gonna name Chris Brown. You feel what I'm saying?
So how was the process of doing the song with him? What was that like? You know, people want to understand that. Like a guy like me, I wouldn't know.
Man, I was sitting in a bed with a female I had been wanting for years, and I had just started hitting her, and I was doing my thing. So she was already like, this nigga hard. And then she started listening to my music. She was like, damn, man, he talented. Because a lot of people don't know how talented I am. And my manager hit me, Mark Pitts, and he was like, he used to manage Biggie Smalls' name, Mark Pitts. And he was like, man, I got a song, bro. that Chris got. I'm finna sneak it to you. I want you to put a verse on it, and I'm gonna just play it for him and see what he think. And he sent me the wrist song, and I recorded myself. I went straight in my living room, and I recorded that bitch, and I did 2 verses. I was like, fuck it, I just did 2 verses, whatever you like. And Chris Brown heard it, and I'm laying in the bed with the bitch, and he called me, and I wasn't gonna answer the phone because I didn't know the number, but it was an out-of-town number, and I got the female I've been wanting for all this time next to me. So I'm like, oh, I can't answer this call because if it's a bitch, I'm gonna fuck up my whole play. But for some reason, bro, I answered it. And I was like, hello. And he's like, what's up? I said, who is this? It's Chris. Who? Chris Brown, nigga. He kind of snapped on me. I was like, what? I jumped out the bed. I just jumped out that bitch, pushed the bitch off me. I just jumped out the bed. I'm like, what's up? He said, man, you killed that motherfucker. I was like, what? I said, which verse you gonna keep? He said, I'm keeping all that shit on the song.
Damn.
I swear. And I was just remember just feeling it.
That had to be a great feeling.
And he was like, man, I'm finna fly you out here in 2 days. We finna shoot the video in 2 days.
You was in Atlanta?
I was in Atlanta when I recorded that in my apartment. And any song you ever heard recorded,
you engineered and recorded?
Yeah, exactly.
How did you learn to do that? Like, cause you talented, bro. You a one-stop shop.
Thank you, man.
Did you go back to the girl after you finished?
Oh yeah, that was my little baby. That was my little baby. I had been chasing her for a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
Some people got excited and left her ass there.
Nah, she got left eventually. But I'm saying she made it. She made it through the night. Goddamn it.
So she helped the night. Yeah.
So how did you like taking and being a person who can engineer your music? You pretty much
shout
can
out
do
to Boomtown,
but you
man.
don't do beats though.
I could do beats.
So you could do your whole process.
Yeah. I just don't do that because I start trying to not wear so many hats. I'm like, man, I gotta let somebody do something. You feel what I'm saying? That. And shout out to Boomtown, because when I was signed to Boom all them years ago when I was talking to you about, I used to stay up so long at night recording. This remind me of some shit Jordan would. This remind me of some shit my manager would do. I was up all night recording so much that bitch was like, bitch, I'm tired. I'm finna go to sleep. Look, push this button, and push that. And that's how I learned, bro.
Learning.
He was just so exhausted. He was like, bro, bitch, you stay up too late.
Yeah.
I'm tired.
You working.
I gotta show you how to do this shit. And then he showed me a little bit, and I learned some more, and then I just self-taught myself. I turned everything up, everything down, seeing what it did. Oh, this what this dude bet.
Yeah, I spoke on Low D's and Yellow a while ago. Have you ever did anything? Because I know Yellow Beezy did some with Chris Brown. Have you did some with Yellow Beezy?
Hell nah. Yellow Beezy, you full of shit. Listen, man, that man know damn well we supposed to bend this and shit together. And Freddie, that's my nigga.
Yeah.
Freddie, before Freddie took off, man, Freddie held my son. My son was a newborn. Freddie came to Atlanta, stayed at my house. Freddie truth be told, a lot of niggas don't know this. I had songs popping a lot of shit before Freddie. Freddie the first nigga that showed me how to get paid off my music.
Dope.
A lot of these niggas won't say that.
No, you right.
I knew how to do a lot of shit. That man sit me down and actually showed me how to get paid off my music, ways I didn't know.
That's
shout out to
that's live. That's real live.
That's a fact.
Yeah. You can't beat that with a bat, man.
Oh, that's for real.
So when you look at all the stuff that happened in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, man, how do we make our city bigger than Houston, bigger than Atlanta, bigger than New York, bigger? How do we make this thing pop, man?
Man,
I put it out there.
Real talk, bro. Niggas got to work together.
Yeah, that's what I think too.
Because one thing that make Atlanta is them niggas work together, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Certain niggas might beef, but it's so many people popping that even if the people that beef ain't working around with each other, it's enough other artists. Everybody working with each other, bro. So it's like they sharing fan bases.
Mm-hmm.
They sharing fan bases, and it's like as long as you good at your craft, you got an opportunity to gain another fan base.
Wow.
And it's like these niggas are afraid of, that's just like, man, this a nigga I gotta shout out. Shout out Bebe. Come and tell you. Bebe got that factor I got. We get in front of some niggas and they so intimidated by our star power, by our energy, that they down there won't introduce you to another motherfucker. Wow. They're like, this person see him, he might not fuck with me the same. But it's like, bro, when you confident in who you are and what you could do, none of that shit matters.
Yeah, it shouldn't matter.
You know what I'm saying? But in this game, it does matter to niggas who ain't confident in who they are or what they can do. You did what I'm saying? That's just like putting a nigga on. That's just like putting a nigga on one of your plays. Like you might not, nigga might want 1,000 pills. You might not got them pills right now. See, but your partner might. So you put them on him. But even though you always got them, this one time, if you put them on them, you might lose that play forever.
Mm-hmm.
You did what I'm saying? And it's like the fear of that. Period.
Top 3 artists of all time, dead or alive.
Any genre.
You way over there with it.
Any genre.
Top 3 artists, dead or alive, any genre. Number 1.
Lil Wayne.
Okay, that's a good one. Number 2.
This strictly music or this the whole
This
thing?
the whole.
Whatever you want to.
How you? It's your top
However you
3.
feel.
Top 3 people of the universe, right?
Lil Wayne, Tupac, Michael Jackson.
Hey, just like that. And you know I like that.
Lil
Tupac,
Wayne because Lil Wayne
Tupac, and
Lil Wayne
Michael
cause
Jackson.
this. Lil Wayne was my era. He was the only rapper in my era that made me think twice. These niggas was dumb. I'm smarter than all these niggas.
Mm-hmm.
But that nigga will rap some shit and I hear it 3-4 times. Now
Me
I
too.
just now hear some new
Me
shit.
too.
Like,
I do the
my
same
God,
thing.
he said that too. Like that was amazing.
I think
Who was the next one I said?
You said Tupac.
Tupac. This is why Tupac. Bruh, and it might sound crazy to some people. I'm not even a person that can sit up and rap a whole Tupac song word for word. But I appreciate it and I admire what he stood for.
That's real.
I got Tupac tatted on me
Yeah.
because so many people I know that even knew him, they tell me, you're my... R. Kelly said that. He said the only 2 people I ever had this feeling standing next to is Michael Jackson and Tupac.
Man,
That
is dope.
He told me that out of his mouth, and that's a word I can say this on camera. That man stood next to me and said the only 2 men in my life I ever had this feeling when I stood next to is Michael Jackson and Tupac. That's a fact.
Man, God been
Those
blessing
big
you
ass
with
words.
it.
That's
No,
a fact.
that's favor.
That's a fact.
You know that? That's favor. Anytime a person really lock in with you like that, man, and tell you something like that, it really is. It's prophetic. You know what I'm saying? It's
That's a fact.
it's
You
prophetic.
just said it.
No, it's real.
You said
It's
it, though.
favor, bro.
You said
You know
it.
what I'm saying? So I can't wait to see what you do next, bro. Real talk, man. So man, if you could go back to your younger you though, and you was just getting started, what would you tell yourself to feel like you would scale in a different way, or make some things happen that you didn't make happen?
I ain't gonna lie, as a youngster, I made so many things happen. I couldn't, being from Fort Worth, it wasn't no better thing I could have did
No.
as a youngster. But what I would have told myself is, fuck what they talking about. They wrong like a motherfucker, nigga. What?
So what you-
Fuck, hey, listen, bro, my daddy had a detail shop. Man, when I used to record, this nigga used to lock me out the house. If I wasn't at home by 10 o'clock, bitch, I had to sleep on the stairs, on the concrete, outside. And then he'll wake up at 5 in the morning and come kick me in my shit and say, bitch, you better not miss school. I ain't bullshitting.
Man.
But and look, he was telling me, you need to come to the shop and watch cars and make you some money, get you a job. I said, Daddy, I'm a rapper, bitch. They not finna see me watching no cars.
Ooh.
And he used to laugh at me. And he thought I was bullshitting. And guess what? That's my biggest fan, bro.
He seen it happen.
This nigga called me every day.
FaceTime his ass
I
yesterday.
swear with a different motherfucker on the phone. This my son right here. This my son. Nah, bitch, you was a lot.
Do you ever remind him of that?
Really?
Have you ever told him?
What? This
What'd he
my
say?
daddy,
What'd he
man.
say
This
when
nigga
you
know-
tell him?
He say, nah, he right. He ain't lying.
I used to
But
be
he
on
was
it.
trying to be a daddy.
Correct.
He was doing what he felt like was right for his son. He wanted me to be something, and he didn't know what I really planned on being that I would be. But I proved it to him, and now, like I said, he one of my biggest supporters.
Dope,
Even
man.
my mother also, my mama was a lawyer, bro. That turned into a teacher. My daddy was a pastor. You did what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So they wanted different for me and more for me. But when I made them see what I could see, now they my biggest supporters.
I thought about asking you earlier, like, in this lane, we've seen people, we've met a lot of people, we've been a lot of places, but have you ever walked in that room and that one person that you thought was gonna be a certain way wasn't nothing like you thought?
Oh my
And you was like,
God.
damn. And it kind of it messed you up.
Yes, bro.
It messed you up.
Can I tell you a little one?
Man, it messed you
It
up.
wasn't even a rapper. It wasn't even a rapper. It was not
As
even
an
a
actor?
rapper. I'm gonna tell you, it was an athlete, bro. This shit fucked me up.
was it?
Now I'm sure it happened before. I'm sure it happened before this, because by the time this happened, I was already well famous and all this shit. But this fucked me up, because when I see this nigga hoop, I'm like, this a nigga. Like, I'm talking about his moves, everything. It's like a nigga I grew up with at the park. That was the hardest nigga at the park.
I think I know.
And then that nigga opened his mouth and he was like, hey, bro, how's it going, bro? Yeah. Hey, man, man. Kyrie Irving, bro.
I was just gonna say that.
Hey, look.
I was just gonna say that.
I was at Jamie Foxx's house for a party with Chris Brown, bro.
Shout out Jamie Foxx, man.
He got the hard. He
Terrell,
got the,
Texas,
he
man.
got the livest parties
They
in LA.
say that. The Face on Love was just on here.
Man, I
He
can't
say
make
that
that
nigga.
up.
He Face on say that nigga go
Give it
hard.
up. That nigga got the coldest parties in LA, and I've been to all them bitches
Faison
when I
said
was
the
there.
same thing.
This a fact, bro.
This nigga must be partying like crazy.
That bitch got a dollhouse in the back of his house. I done fucked the bitch in a dollhouse, like the little mini house, like where the kids play. I fucked on a trampoline in his backyard in a dollhouse. He got a house in the back of his house that's bigger than your auntie big house. For real, the pool house is big. I done went out through that bitch. Man, I'm not capping the coldest parties ever, but definitely him.
Dang, so man, hey man,
Ain't
so
nobody close to his. Nobody close to it.
Trey Songz and Chris Brown got some crazy parties, but they very private people.
yeah,
Like you walk in there, all the bitches got signed NDAs. They taking pictures with the paper. You feel what I'm saying? Jamie Foxx shit more open. You might fuck around and fuck you a famous bitch at Jamie Foxx shit, cause everybody just wide open. So you might catch you a famous bitch. She just drunk like, ooh, I like you. She might goddamn eat that nigga right then. I swear.
I asked you something real throw. Do you ever think you could work with Kanye? Cause you've been around Chicago.
Hell yeah.
What do you think y'all could make some good music together?
Kanye, put me on your next album, bitch. We going triple platinum on crap.
What?
You know I be writing these niggas shit. Stop playing. Yeah, come on.
I got
you
it.
keep calling all. You keep having all these niggas in the studio with you. You got all these.
Yeah,
rappers
Soulja Boy on there. They had a little
You need
situation.
to put
So you
me
got
on
cut
that
out, too.
motherfucker.
Huh?
You got cut out too.
Yeah, he did. But have you ever worked with Soulja Boy? You
I never
never
worked
met
with
him.
Soulja- Never met Soulja Boy. Never
Oh.
worked with Soulja Boy.
I would have met him a few times. He a real
I think
cool
I
little
would
cat.
have been worked with Soulja Boy, but like it was at a point where some people in the city feel like they thought I had beef with Go Yayo.
I remember
But
hearing
that's
that.
my little nigga. You know what I'm saying? We just,
Have you reached out to him since he been locked up?
I done tried to. I talk to Chucky, give him a little runny all the time. You know what I'm saying? And I actually just talked to him today
Yeah, I seen that.
about reaching out to Yayo, cause that's my little nigga. I fuck with I don't want to see him do nothing but succeed. You feel what I'm saying? So like, I feel like the fact that Soulja might feel like whatever problems we got that he ain't. You know what I'm saying? But either way, I don't give a fuck. I'm still who I am, whether a nigga fuck with me or not.
Yeah.
But the niggas I fuck with them.
But that's why I asked you about Kanye, because it's a different type of music that you and him would make, right?
Yeah, but I mean, bro, one thing
That'll
about,
go hard. I'm
one
telling
thing
you.
about people that know me, I make all type of music. Bro, when I want to before I leave, I play some type of music. I got songs with El DeBarge.
Ooh, man, that's my boy right there from back in the day.
I play some shit, man. You gonna be like, hey, young man,
You
I'm
did your thing.
gonna make you go. I'm gonna make you act like your age. You gonna be
Man.
like, young man.
Hey man,
I
hey.
appreciate that.
But, hey man, that's love. Man,
Okay.
listen, man, when you can bridge those type of gaps, you special. Cause a lot of niggas can't do that.
Fact.
Real talk.
Fact.
Have you done gospel yet?
Oh, get
So, what I do some shit I call it ghetto gospel. Right? Like I said, my daddy a pastor. I ain't very religious because as I grow on, I just I'm very spiritual.
I knew you was gonna
but
say
not
that.
religious. A lot of people say that, but the meaning behind me saying is because I gained my own reality with God. You
Ain't
know what
nothing
I'm
wrong
saying?
with that.
See, with religion, it's a set reality that you got with God. It's the way they teach you supposed to love God and you supposed to handle God and talk to God, and your relationship is supposed to be with God. But with spirituality, it's off your realism with God. You understand what I'm saying? I got my own relationship with God. I might sit back and be like, look, God, boy, I done fucked up today, boy. I know I shouldn't have fucked all three of them hoes, but I did, God. It's a problem I got and I'm working on it. Please help me. That don't mean he ain't hear my prayers because I talked to him, but that's my relationship.
No. I mean,
And it's
at the
like-
end of the day,
but
that's good.
But in religion, that will be shunned upon,
Yeah.
even the vocabulary I use, regardless that the Bible say, come as you are.
Yeah,
Whether
yeah.
it's that who I am, they not going to appreciate that. They going to criticize it and critique it.
not only the Bible say come as you are, but there's not a passage in there where Jesus didn't meet you where you was at.
Facts.
He met everybody where they was at.
Facts.
So that's what makes it different.
Facts.
When you look at religion, they pass the church up going to the church.
Facts.
Yeah, but when you look at
Preach. Preach some.
But it's true, like
Preach
you know what I
some.
mean. But God is everywhere, omnipotent. So He's everywhere you at
Hey,
anyway. So you ain't lying.
I'm gonna tell you
you
something.
real.
I'm gonna tell you something though. God ain't just everywhere. I'm gonna explain something to you. Cause look, it don't matter about age or none of that shit.
I listen.
I'm gonna tell you something. So when I got shot, I had a situation. I had an experience of a lifetime. And even when I had this experience, I appreciated it to the fullest. But it took me years later to understand the meaning. So when I got shot, I talked to God for the first time in my life. I used to look down on people that were catching the Holy Ghost in church and all that other shit. Cause I'm
They
like,
playing.
you doing too much, you fucking playing.
That's right.
And then when I watched TV, you had the moments where you might be watching a Will Smith show or Fresh Prince and they talking to God and like, he give that same dark bit like, Luke, I am your fault, like that dark Vader like this. But it's like, when I got shot and anybody who got shot, I don't know if they went through this, but if they did, they gonna feel me 1,000%. I spoke with God. And for them moments when I was on that ground hurting, I didn't feel no pain. I talked to God. And not only did I talk to God, God talked back to me.
Dope.
And this was the first time in my life that this experience ever happened to me. But one thing about this experience that it showed me, God been talking to me.
Hey.
But I didn't.
Attention.
But when I heard that, I didn't know at that very moment. It still took me to experience life. Because one thing about it, bro, that voice that I heard was the same voice I've heard many times before. But when my life wasn't on the line, I never knew it was God.
You didn't recognize
Because you was
it.
ignoring
You did
it.
what I'm saying? So the same voice, you might have you love your wife, don't you?
For sure.
Do you? Okay, so let's say I take you to a strip club and lust is eating at you. I got a big booty yellow bone right in front of you shaking that thuka.
Yeah.
She trying to get you. She
Yeah.
trying to get you to come home with her. And she tempting you, your mouth watering like
Yeah.
a steak.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? And that voice
Yeah.
that tell you, you gotta go on at home. Take your ass home.
That's it.
Hey, you gonna hear it? I done heard it. Go home. You
Bro,
gonna
I,
hear it,
I
boy.
promise to God,
You gonna hear
that
that
was
voice.
the voice. That was the same voice that told me, you not gonna die. I won't take you. I've shown you too much to take you like this. It spoke to me specific words. No cap. I can't make this shit up in a million years. It spoke to me specific words, bro. Just like my thoughts. It's like I thought that shit. But I wasn't thinking that, nigga. I was like, nigga, you finna die.
Yeah.
But the thought that came through my mind was that same feeling that tell you, man, you ain't got to chill that girl. She's a good girl. Like, hey, I'm not gonna take you like this. I'm not done with you yet.
That's
I showed
dope.
you too much to take you like
I
that.
like it.
So when I realized that was God talking to me, I realized how to teach people about God.
I like that.
I had
you
to
did more
teach
than one
people
time?
through my actions. I had to learn that it's not about going around saying, hey, God said, hey, God said. You got to look. Every time before I eat my food, guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to pray for my food.
That's it.
Guess what? Before we go on that road, guess what we're going to do? Pray to God.
That's it.
Guess what I'm going to do to you and you, my people? I'm going to treat you God-like. I'm going to be nice to you. I'm going to be good to you. I'm going to show you positivity. I'm going to encourage you because that's God-like.
Whoa.
And as long as you show that, you are being the example of who?
Man, God.
Okay, man.
Man, when you said that, you know, when you say I'm gonna show you something, and you can learn something because I'm older, but I understand, man, because
That's a fact.
God used a mule in the Bible. He said the rocks are crowd. So at the end of the day, He can use anybody. He can
That's
use
a
a
fact.
little kid. So I'll always listen and buy. Hey, man, listen, man. I humble myself when it comes to people who start to tell you, hey, man, this is what I went through. Because I know already that's how God talked to you.
Yeah.
You know, when the going get tough, the tough really get going, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's a fact.
So, man, hey, thank you, man. So how can people get a hold of you? And I know you know, you known everywhere, but anyway, if we wanted to reach out to you, how would they do it?
Any social media platforms, you can reach out to me at Solo Lucci, SOLOLUCCI. If you want to book me, do any business, holler at my manager. On Instagram is Mr. Walk Like Jordan _ self-made. Man, you know how we doing, man. I'm out here. I'm networking.
Dope.
I fuck with the people. I fuck with who fuck with me. You know what I'm saying? Anybody that know me, they know I'm very relatable. I'm very down to earth, my nigga. And shit, if anybody want to work with me, I'm willing to work. I don't really got no enemies. All the niggas is distinct.
Well, thank you, man. We love you, man, Solo Lucci. One of the dopest
it.
interviews that I've done, man. And I can tell you, man, I love your energy. I love your spirit. I love the way you came in here and blessed the store. It's a lot of niggas been in here. It's been almost 500 episodes in 12 months. And I can tell you right now, I done seen them come in that door, bro.
Yeah.
But the way you came in showed us mass love, bro. Real talk. I ain't just talking because you can go back and listen to every episode. You ain't heard me say that.
These niggas stupid, that why. I'm gonna be real, these.
Say it, man. Well, you jumped the shirt as soon as you got here.
Nigga, I ain't talking about this little sweater I got on.
He wants some
I need about 3-4 items.
You see how you
gotta tell Boss Talk, I need about 3-4. Listen, and I'm gonna tell you,
about the
and
store.
I'm gonna tell you right now, if this nigga don't give me 3-4 items, bitch, I'm gonna make a whole nother video about his motherfucking ass.
Man.
I'm putting on my Instagram. I'm gonna make sure I talk about his black ass.
I'm calling you. Say, man.
Bro, I know I got your support. Come on. If his son comes out and I know I'm good. Yeah. All right,
check it, man. Hey, man, we love you, brother. It's been another great segment of Boss Talk 101, where the bosses talk.
Ain't nobody got no bullshit there before we run out this bitch. You can have me any bullshit.
Do you want anything that we missed?
I don't give a fuck. I'm just saying, if anybody had something they had to ask, you thought twice about asking it, nigga, you don't got to think twice about anybody.
Hey, how freaky is Alexis?
Some of these niggas y'all don't
You heard that nigga say how freaky is Alexis?
Hey, one thing about it, I got a folder in my phone full of that shit, man. Real talk, if I wasn't a real nigga, man, that bitch would be good. That bitch would be more supposed to kill K. Well, I fuck with her. I ain't gonna do it like that.
Tell a real nigga moving solid.
Hey, man, I'll let your boy. It's a unique hustle.